There are some amazing items in the Oblivion Remastered that you want to get early, like a helmet that lets you breathe underwater, a full armor set complete with an enchanted weapon, and an item combo that allows you to recharge magical items indefinitely. And the best part is, all of these items are available as soon as you leave the tutorial, so you can get these before you do anything else. First, let's grab ourselves an amazing weapon, the Icy Short Sword Chillrend. Not only does this weapon deal frost damage on top of its regular slashing damage, hitting enemies also applies the weakness to frost effect. This increases the damage they take from frost attacks, so subsequent swings will be even more powerful. And because it is a magical weapon, it also allows you to deal with ghosts and other ethereal enemies, which is going to be useful for some of the later items in this video. In order to get it, we want to head to the city of Coral, close to Wayne Priory, where you go for your first main quest. In case you don't know, you start the game with fast travel points in pretty much all major cities, so go to the map and select the Coral South Gate to go there. Head east to find the Grey Mare and head inside to talk to Valus O'Deal, who asks you to help his sons defend his farmstead. From there you just want to follow the map marker and reach the sons, but make sure you save before reaching the farm. Once you get there, you will have to defend the sons from waves of goblins, and in order to get Chillrend, we want to make sure that both of them survive. Now luckily these goblins are easy to defeat and there aren't that many, but I had an unfortunate bug that slightly changed those circumstances. So again, make sure you save, defend the sons, and then return to the inn to claim your reward. Next up, there's an amazing helmet that's pretty well hidden, but easy to get if you know where to look. It's called the Fin Gleam, and it has multiple very useful enchantments. The most useful one is water breathing, which allows you to breathe underwater, surprise surprise, with no limitations as long as you are wearing that helmet. But it also comes with the Night Eye enchantment, which makes it basically a set of magical night vision goggles. So while you might not want to wear the item in the daytime, it allows you to see perfectly in the dark, making it perfect for sneaking around. And the Detect Life enchantment allows you to see nearby life forms even through walls. Just be aware that the range on this particular item is pretty short. In order to get it, we want to head to the city of Anvil, and from there head west until you reach this little island. There's a rock on it and you want to stand on the point facing west, just like you see me do here. Then just walk into the water, keep going forward and down until you see a skeleton between some rocks on the ocean floor. The helmet is lying next to it, so grab it and immediately put it on to save yourself from drowning. Sticking with the oceanic theme, the Red Wave is a pirate saber with an enchantment on it that drains an enemy's health and heals you when you hit them. It also looks really cool, love the handguard on it, so to grab it we want to head to the city of Anvil, specifically the Dock Gate. Head through the gate after fast traveling to reach the docks and then go towards the first ship on your left. There's an NPC on the deck called Varule who asks you to retrieve her crystal ball from the cargo hold of the ship she's standing on. There's a slight problem though, because the crew have died and they are now haunting their former vessel, so you want to go in prepared. Like I said earlier, a magical weapon like Chillrend is ideal here. That's what I used, as regular weapons cannot deal damage against ghost-like enemies. Magic will work fine too, or you can try running past and heading straight down to the cargo hold to grab the crystal ball from the chest. Either way, returning the item to Varule completes the quest and rewards you with the Red Wave Cutlass. And by the way, if you enjoyed the video so far, it would be awesome if you could leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Now we've talked about some amazing items so far, but there's also an easy way to get a full armor set and a powerful sword and shield to boot. Brucev Emilion's armor and weapons do not only look amazing, the chest piece grants extra resistance against frost damage and the sword deals frost damage with each strike. So they're definitely a lot better than the equipment you'll find on early enemies, and the best part is all pieces are hidden in one place. But they're kind of hidden in plain sight, so easy to miss if you don't know where to look. First things first, we want to head to the city of Leowin, then go over here to the Emilion Tomb. This dungeon is not that dangerous, it contains some zombies and skeletons, but there is one ghost that requires either a magical weapon or a spell to take care of. When traveling through the caverns, you'll see this illuminated hallway where a cave-in happens when you get too close. If you then look at the ground right before where the cave-in happened, you'll find the gauntlets lying on the ground. If you explore, you'll also find a locked stone coffin in a separate room, and while you can break the lock to loot it, you also want to look behind it to grab the boots from the set. In the rooms before entering the sarcophagus chamber, the second part of the dungeon, you'll you'll find Brusev's shield lying behind a broken crate. After grabbing that, head to the next room until you reach this central burial chamber where you also find the ghost I mentioned. The chest piece and sword are just lying on a pedestal, they're pretty hard to miss, but the greaves are hidden in a corner behind some cobwebs. For the final part of the set, the helmet, we want to head out of the sarcophagus chamber through the other exit. Be careful not to drop down as this leads back to the entrance. The item we're looking for is hidden behind the mushrooms surrounding the chest. Now one thing you'll notice with these magic items is that they use charges in order to trigger their effects, meaning they'll eventually run out and lose their magical properties until you recharge the item with something called a soul gem. Unfortunately, those break upon use, but the next item I'm going to discuss provides a more permanent solution. Azura's Star is one of Oblivion's many Daedric artifacts, items from the demonic gods that are offered as a reward for your service to them. This particular one functions as a soul gem, meaning it is able to store souls from slain enemies that you can then use to recharge other magical items. However, unlike soul stones, Azura's Star never breaks, meaning as long as you can capture souls through magic or other means, you can always recharge your magical items. And don't worry, I have a solution for soul capturing too, but first let's travel to Azura's Shrine over here on the map, in the mountains north of Shadenhall. Talk to the NPC named Mels here and start the persuasion minigame, because we need to become better friends with him. Real short, in this minigame you have 4 options, and you can see if an NPC likes an option by looking at their expression. There's also a wheel that decides how powerful each option is, and that turns clockwise with each action you take. So pick the positive options when they're at their strongest and the negatives at their weakest to raise this NPC's disposition. Eventually, asking him about Azura will make him tell you need to bring an offering of glow dust. I simply bought mine from the main ingredient in the Imperial City's market district. Just look for the sign above the store, but maybe you already have some on you. Then wait till either dawn or dusk, so between 5 and 7 AM or PM, and interact with the statue to receive a quest. You're tasked with killing a group of 5 vampires in a nearby mine, and after doing so, you can return to the statue to interact with it and receive the star. But I do want to give you an extremely important extra tip, as fighting vampires in Oblivion means you run the risk of becoming a vampire yourself, which is not something I'd recommend unless you know what you're doing. Luckily, it's easy to prevent in the early stages. You simply need something with the cure disease effect, like a potion of cure disease for example. The easiest item to get, however, is Mandrake, which can be found in the area surrounding the infested mine over here on the map. If you get infected by one of the vampires, simply consuming this item will prevent you from turning. So now that you have an unbreakable soul gem, you also need a spell or item to stuff souls into it, and there is a sword that is perfect for this. It's called the Umbra, and its enchantment allows it to automatically trap the soul of a slain enemy in an available soul gem in your inventory. So together with the Azura's Star, you pretty much have an infinite battery for all your other magical items, and as the cherry on top, we'll also be grabbing an entire armor set off the back of this as well. Head to the ruins of Vindicel, close to the Imperial City over here on the map. Other than the floor trap in the first and second big room, there's not much to worry about here, and at the end of the dungeon you'll find that someone named Umbra has made her home here. I'll give you 3 guesses as to what weapon she is carrying. But yeah, here's where things get a little cheesy, as Umbra is a very powerful foe that you likely can't take in a head-on fight. So we want to head back to the balcony, stand on the barrier like this, and then make a running jump towards the broken pillar right here. It's a tricky jump, so try it a couple of times, but once you're comfortably on top of it, you can start firing away at Umbra with ranged weapons and magic. I highly recommend lowering the difficulty as well to make this easier, as even on regular difficulty I barely deal any damage with my arrows. But yeah, since she can't hit you, you can take as long as you need, and once she's dead, you can loot the Umbra sword and her full armor set and shield from her body. Also, if this is your first time murdering someone, you'll receive a notification that your killing has been observed by forces unknown. This means that the next time that you go to sleep, you'll get a mystery visitor when you wake up, which signals the start of the Dark Brotherhood questline. It is easily one of the best in the game, and it also leads to many amazing rewards, so while I won't go over it here, I definitely recommend you go and do that quest. Believe me, you will not regret it. Let us know your favorite items in the comments. Remember to subscribe to not miss the next video and leave a like if you enjoyed this one. You can watch my reaction to the reveal by clicking on the screen, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!